Four Ways. I'm Mark.
And I'm Ann.
And we had some friends who recently split after years of being married, and we thought we don't want that to happen to us. So we came up with a plan, and we called it Four Ways. 4 ways to strengthen our relationship. And we thought,
we're not claiming to be experts
in any way, shape, or form,
but we've been married for 17 years. We both work at schools and see how hard it is for kids and families as they go through
separation and divorce. And we have 3 daughters, and we thought it would be important to build this. So we're sharing this with the world. If this only helps one couple, then I feel like it was worth it, because there'll be one family where they don't have to go through the pain.
So today, we're going to look at 4 ways to get out of a slump.
4 ways to get out of a slump in your relationship. If you feel that you are both going down different paths, which we've been there, where you feel that you are disconnected. What did you write? Not.
Your paths don't cross.
Oh, that's what I did. Like your paths are just going down like this, but they're not crossing. We have 4 ideas for you. Well, number 1, be spontaneous. With what?
Maybe that means a weekend away, or a date night, or maybe it just means a text throughout the day.
Or a note, or a compliment. Compliments are very important. When you are in the beginning stages of your relationship, it's very easy to compliment one another. And as years goes on, you have to remember to compliment and how much those mean to the other person.
And sometimes you don't even know they mean anything to the other person. And I've never even told Mark this, but last year I meet with a group of women, and during the month of October, we decided to send 1 text every day to our spouse that said, like, thanks for doing whatever it was that day or that week, or just thanks for working and supporting our family.
Did you do that every day?
I did it every day. And then
for the month of October?
We would send a pumpkin to our group to say that we did it.
You did every day in the month of October?
Ever responded. Like, never a response back, no text. But I think it made me feel more connected, even though I don't even think it's, I don't know.
The entire month?
The entire month. We should get out your phone.
Do you have my right phone number? Oh, that's funny, huh? Okay.
But I think that's important. Just even the text or the note or something spontaneous, because maybe it's you who doesn't feel connected. Number 2.
Go to a wedding. Whenever you go to a wedding, you always feel connected. I don't know if you are invited recently to a wedding, but when you go to a wedding and you sit through a ceremony and go to a reception, you just can't help but start getting connected. So I'm not saying crash a wedding, but if you're invited, make time to go. Okay.
Number 3.
These aren't necessarily in order of importance.
No. Is be intimate. And maybe that just means a night that you have set aside to just like dream together, talk about the future together. We buy a lottery ticket.
We buy 1 lottery ticket, and we like to play the game, What Would We Do? And we like to just sit and talk about what we would do with the money, way before we ever checked the fact that we have lost.
In fact, we don't check sometimes.
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes
we just like to say,
it.
how much is the winnings? Okay, what would we, well, after taxes, what would we do with this money? And it's fun for us.
And I think it builds intimacy.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And number 4, forget out of a slump. Counseling.
Together, not separate counseling. Because I think it's important that if you're going to talk through issues, that you make sure that you're doing those together.
We have gone to counseling. We went together to a counselor, and we noticed that people who go to counselors separately, sometimes it takes longer for them to realize they need to go together to a counselor. But counseling is very important. And when we first got married 17 years ago, counseling was sort of taboo. You didn't talk about it. It was sort of something that was hush-hush. But nowadays, counseling is everywhere, and it's very easy to access a counselor. And go to a counselor who is going to fight for your relationship. Don't go to a counselor who will say, maybe you guys shouldn't be married after these children and these years of being together. Because any relationship with a little work, no, sometimes with a lot of work, any relationship with a lot of work.
That sounds horrible.
It does.
But I'll never forget our counselor, the very first thing he said, it's going to be...
Because it makes noise in the microphone.
Oh. He said it's the three of us against the world. Because the world tries to tear you apart. And you need someone that's going to fight for the two of you.
Yeah. So that could be our catchphrase. It's the two of you against the world, because the world is going to try to tear you apart. Okay. This is gross. Okay.
So 4 ways to get out of slump.
4 ways.
Spontaneity, go to a wedding, intimacy, and counseling.
Those are our 4 ideas. We've done all 4 of those things.